Good morning. This is Yvette Archer Francis, and welcome to my sanctioned journey for this morning. We're off getting my cousin to her day program. I'll just turn this around just a little bit to see behind me what's going on behind me. That's what's going on over there. My husband's helping the bus driver, Gabriel, get my cousin on the bus for the day program. And that's what that looks like every morning here. You all, I want to come on to thank you for being with me during my sanctioned journey. I started my radiation and chemo regimen yesterday. Hi, beautiful. I started that regimen yesterday. And, you know, I love individuals with special needs. Here they are. I'll flip over to them for just a minute. I love waving at them and acting silly with them, and I do little tricks with them and just little poses like this and just little stuff. I'll maintain their privacy, but but it's a beautiful day out here, even though it's overcast and everything. It's still a beautiful day. I want to encourage all of you to continue to trust God no matter what things look like. There was a 13-year-old that committed suicide the other day, and if you haven't seen my live video of the interview that I had with my 14-year-old grandson, please go on my Facebook page and take a look at it. He's 14 years old and he's telling his truth about what's going on out there. He covers bullying, and I remember that episode of bullying that he had because it changed his character. It changed who he was, and I kept asking him, you know, what, are you okay? Are you okay? And he kept saying he was okay, but in my heart of hearts, I knew he wasn't. So just like he said on the video, you know, continue to ask those questions. If you have a grandchild or know anyone that's in that age group, you all, 13, 14, seems like the enemy is just trying to target those individuals. Do you remember in the Old Testament, at age 13 and 14, they were kings. They were ruling kingdoms at that age. So there's not a big difference now. So we have 13 and 14-year-olds that are really capable of doing some incredible things, but we have to get in touch with them. We have to get to know who they are. And that's one of the things that my grandson talks about. He said if you ask them how was their day, right? And if they say, okay, it was okay, just don't leave it like that. He was encouraging parents and grandparents to continue to prod them for answers, continue to say, well, tell me about your day. Well, did anything happen today that you want to talk about? To be able to probe just a little bit deeper, because he said that it doesn't always come out and it's not always vocalized. So many times we as parents and grandparents have to try to pull it out of them and find out exactly where they are and what they're feeling and what they've experienced. When he went through that episode of bullying, it was a young man in his elementary school, and it belittled him. It made him feel much smaller than who he was. And it actually changed his character. It changed my 14-year-old grandson's character when he was bullied, when he was told that he was smaller than what he was, because at that age, they're still trying to discover who they are. So like I said, in the days of old, biblical days, we had 13 and 14-year-olds who were ruling kingdoms, you all. So that's the same way we need to look at them now. Probe them, get to know who they are. We can't keep losing these 13-year and 14-year-olds to suicide based on bullying or any other kind of thing like that. So really talk to your grandchildren and your children. How are you doing today? What happened today? You know, can I help you with anything? Well, tell me, what was the highlight of your day today? You know, did anyone, I mean, I've even gone so far as to say, did anybody bully you today? You know, come out and ask my grandsons, did anybody bully you today? Did anybody say the wrong thing to you today? You want to talk about it a little bit? You have to really treat them like adults and not just make it a ritual or a routine. Good morning. A ritual or a routine to just say, how was your day today? We got to go deeper, y'all. We got to go deeper. We got to reach these young people, and because their life is their life, their world is really their world, and that's what they're dealing in. But the same types of things that we're dealing with, they're dealing with. Hi, Bestie. Good morning. I love you. The same types of things that we're dealing with as adults, they're dealing with as 13 and 14-year-olds. So that's one of the things I want to bring out today. The other thing is, you all, with pancreatic cancer awareness coming up, I made mention last time I did a Facebook Live about the medication called metformin. And if you're on metformin right now, I'm not trying to put a scare on you, but just have a conversation with your doctor. Have a conversation with your doctor. Find out if there's any other alternatives. They are finding a link between metformin and pancreatic cancer. If I can do anything else, I want to heighten the awareness. If you see that your eyes are somewhat yellow and you don't know why, that's a reason to go and see your doctor, because that means that your bilirubin has risen to a point where it's out of the normal range, and there's got to be some type of reason why you're looking jaundiced, why somebody is saying, you look a little yellow, or your eyes are getting yellow. If they're not white, if they're yellow, you all, that's a time to go and see the doctor, because something might be going on with your common bile duct, something might be going on with your gallbladder. All that area right there involves the pancreas. If your blood sugars are going wacko and they can't determine why your blood sugars can't be controlled, that might be a reason to prod your doctor into doing some type of CT scan. I know they're probably going to start with the cheapest thing possible, which is an ultrasound. But whatever they can do to begin the process, they might do an ultrasound of your pancreas. Be bold about your treatment that you're getting. Doctor, you think you want to check my pancreas because I want to make sure, tell them you know somebody that this happened to, and you want to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Many times they have to go through the health care system and get approval, so they go through the cheapest thing first, which is the ultrasound, and then the CT scan. But let me tell you something about what happened with that. There's a woman of God right now with 4th stage pancreatic cancer, because she complained for months and months and months, and they gave her the ultrasound. The ultrasound of her stomach didn't show anything, but months later, when she got worse, they did a CT scan and they found out that the tumor was in her pancreas, but it was covered up by an ulcer. So had they gone a little bit deeper earlier, they may have caught this in an earlier stage. Those are the things that I'm coming on and saying right now. That's my main drive. That's where God is taking me right now, along with my Sanctioned journey, to bring forth awareness, you all, because we need to live. We need to fulfill our destiny. And there's an enemy out there, of course, you know of, that doesn't want you to fulfill your destiny. Y'all, he's as a roaring lion. Knowledge is everything. A little bit of knowledge goes a long way. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That's what the Word of God says. So if I can get as much knowledge as I can out there, and the awareness of what to do and how to do it, and just early signs of that something might be going on. I'll just recap what I said. Early signs: yellowing of the eyes. If you're looking jaundiced for any reason, go see your doctor. Make sure that they go as deep as they can to try to figure out. Mention the word bilirubin. The doctor will probably be shocked when you say that, but mention bilirubin and have them check that level to make sure that you have the proper level of bilirubin, or is your body trying to tell you that something's going on that needs to be taken care of. I covered that. Making sure that, if you're having pain in that area, that you just don't let it go. Don't be satisfied with, well, it's just an ulcer, or well, it's just that, so let's give you some medication. No, doctor, do we need to prod a little bit deeper, because there are no real early detection signs of pancreatic cancer. You all speak out for yourselves. God is helping us to be bold in this season, and I want to thank you again for your prayers. I'm going through my combination of radiation and chemotherapy. That started yesterday, and I go back in this morning, after I take my pills. I take the chemotherapy pills, and then I go in for the radiation. I have my stomach all marked up and tattooed so they can target that specific area where they saw those cancer cells. But I already know, just so y'all know, that I've already been healed. By his stripes we were healed. This continues on as a sanctioned journey so that I can continue and get the word out and do whatever God is calling me to do for his people. For him I live, for him I die, you all. When I surrendered my all to him, I literally gave everything to him. So when we say I surrender all, I give it all to you, all those words that we say to God, make sure that they're true. Make sure that we mean it, because he means it. So whatever he needs to do with your life to glorify himself and reach his people. I met a woman yesterday at the radiation office that's going through radiation therapy, and she's traveling all the way. I live in San Bernardino. I get the radiation here in San Bernardino, so I'm fortunate enough to be somewhere where I can get it here. But this woman is traveling all the way from Las Vegas to San Bernardino because it's the closest place that she can go to get the radiation treatment that she needs. So continue to lift up all those others who are, going through this battle as well. I love you all. Stand firm. Hold fast to the profession of your faith without wavering, for he is faithful. He is faithful. He is faithful who has promised. Blessed is she that believed, for there shall be a performance of those things that were promised unto her from the Lord. And you know that her means him too. God bless you. If you missed any part of this, please share it. Please do it. Look at it again, because I gave some very important tips about pancreatic awareness, cancer awareness, and early detection. Love you all, and I will continue to be faithful to get back to you and keep you posted along on my sanctioned journey. Bye for now.